Hi everyone! Welcome to acting class this trimester. I'm Ms. Boyd, your instructor, and this is our walk through the syllabus. Now you might be asking yourself, why are we doing it this way instead of in class? Well, the reason is we only meet for a couple of days a week, and wouldn't it be great to use that time in class to actually do acting things? So you're going to take care of the syllabus at home and come in knowing all of these things by our second day of class. So let's start with the basics. Class this fall meets 2 days a week. So if you're in 7th grade, that means you are meeting Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Now 8th graders, you're meeting on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I can't show both copies of the syllabus at once, but your copy of the syllabus will be available on OneNote. I'm your instructor, Ms. Boyd. If you need to get a hold of me, my email address is bboyd@sacredheart.org. I answer my email every weekday except for Fridays when I'm not here. Do make sure you have 2 B's at the beginning when you type the email address. And also make sure that you're not accidentally emailing Mrs. Boyd, who is our school's counselor. Now, what is our class about? Let's scroll on down here and see that, our course description. Drama is rooted in the ability to develop an idea, communicate it to an audience, and incorporate feedback into your response. We'll sink our teeth into script work to create fully realized, layered characters and uncover character objectives, obstacles, and tactics by analyzing a script. Now, there's a lot of really big words and ideas in here, so let's unpack it this way. Your goal in drama is to develop your public speaking skills, your critical analysis skills, and all of those things that are going to help you as you move through your Sacred Heart career into high school and beyond. By the time you walk out of here, I hope that you feel more confident expressing your ideas, taking feedback, and finding ways to rebuild your ideas based on what the audience has heard you say. Now, some of the objectives we've got for our trimester together: performance, text analysis, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and theater history. These are all of the different elements that will make up aspects of our time together this trimester. Now, our particular units of study this trimester, we're going to be starting with ensemble, working together to achieve a common goal. Those of you who have spent any time in Playmakers or in one of my drama classes before will know that ensemble is at the center of everything that we do. We'll work with the tools of the actor, exploring your voice, your physicality, and your thought process as you develop characters and scenes. We'll move from there into critical analysis. How do we examine the works of others, give feedback that is helpful, and be as objective as possible in what is a really subjective topic? We'll look at intro to scene study. So what are the playwright's intentions for the script they wrote, and what are we as the audience picking up? We'll do a table read. We'll look at an entire script together and see what the playwright has put together in order to create a world and an arc for characters. And then finally, we've got our performance project. We're going to develop characters from that table read within the framework of the world we've studied earlier in the trimester. So we've got an awful lot to do and a very little time to do it in. So I hope you hit the ground running. Couple of other things in here, just some facts for you. Do you know that 84% of professional actors suffer from stage fright? So a whole slew of performers over here. One of the best things that you can do to help combat your stage fright is to get some more practice in things you aren't used to doing. You also can help others combat their stage fright by being a really supportive audience. Now, on the right side of the page, you're going to see the pie chart with our grading. So grading is about 40% classwork and participation. You get 10 points each day for showing up and doing your personal best, being focused, trying things, and being actively involved and listening in class. You get another 40 points for projects that we're going to do along the way. These may be one day or they may span multiple days. Finally, the last 20% of your pie chart in here, this just opened up on me, this is going to be your homework. So we'll have a very small amount of homework for most of this trimester, but it's important to make sure you commit those 5 minutes to homework, or else it'll add up to a big chunk of your grade. Now, coming on down, our course expectations. I have 4 expectations for you, starting at the top here. Be prepared. So you want to be focused and ready to learn something new in every class. Bring your materials with you every day and be ready to go when class begins. I am not going to let you leave the classroom in the first 10 minutes of class for anything other than an emergency. So as you're coming in, make sure you have everything you need in order to start class. Be responsible. Get your assignments in on time. 1 school day late is 20% off. 2 school days late is 40% off, and there's no credit after that. So let's clarify this. It does say school day. So if you don't get your assignment in on, say, Wednesday, then 1 school day later is Thursday. Even if your class doesn't meet that day, you still need to turn your work in. If you're absent, don't wait until the next class to find out what you missed. There are a lot of different ways you can keep up on classwork. We'll look at that in just a moment. Now, 2 other course expectations. I expect you to be proactive. Earn your points by participating fully in each class. Stay focused and ask clarifying questions at appropriate times. Know where to find the class materials online and use them. They're there to help you. So you can read up in advance if you'd like. You can also use the course materials online to review topics and submit questions. The last expectation is respect. Be respectful towards your teacher, your classmates, everyone who is part of our ensemble. Encourage one another and stay united as a team. There are no stars in our class. In fact, you shine brightest when everyone else around you is doing work that shines and highlights your own. So always be respectful that we have our own process and someone else might be on a different path than you are. Now, how can you get help? There are 3 different ways. First, schedule some office hours. I hold my office hours usually before school because we've got playmakers in the afternoon. Make an appointment with me and I am happy to meet with you to go over whatever you need to do. Secondly, you can check the Class OneNote notebook. I do update it regularly, and that will have all the things that we discuss in class, pictures of our whiteboards, and other things that will help you reinforce the knowledge you're getting in class, or clarify things you might not be sure of. Finally, you can ask your classmates using Microsoft Teams. Teams is a great way to ask a question or get a clarification from someone other than me. You all will become experts in what we are doing, and you can answer each other's questions often as well or better than I can. And since there's more of you, chances are that question's going to get answered a whole lot more quickly than if you're waiting just for me. Now, all of these help things require this thing called technology. So we've got our one-to-one devices going on. I'm going to open this up a little more for you. Our class meets for a single trimester, so every minute counts. Now, we bridge the gap between classes by maintaining our online community using Microsoft Teams and Office 365. We're going to access these resources through class, so please have your device prepared. I know for those of you who have class towards the end of the day, it is easy to burn your battery early on. So make sure that you have enough juice to get through class. There will be a lot of things you're going to need your device for, and we don't have a ton of plugs here in the internet here in the More to get you charged back up. No game playing, social media, or chats during class. If you use your device inappropriately, you're going to talk all about what the consequences are in homeroom. It makes it difficult to focus on your work, and it makes it even more difficult for those around you who are trying to learn when you're busy playing your racing game. Plus, we totally will notice you doing it. You're not being that sneaky. Now that you've gone through the entire syllabus, you're going to head over to Teams and find the link in our main channel to permission click. There is a link for you as well as a link that is for your adults. Your adults link will also be emailed out to them. Both of you need to submit your permission click, acknowledging that you have read through the syllabus. If you have questions, please either email them in to me or be prepared to ask them at the beginning of class the next day you come in. We're going to spend almost no time on this syllabus during our class time, so it'll be really important that you've thought about this in advance. Thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you in class.